The story begins with a father-daughter duo. During their holidays, they were climbing the famous Troll Hill in western Norway. After reaching the top of the hill, Father Tobias starts telling his daughter Nora the ancient stories of trolls. He tells that in ancient times, giant trolls used to roam around the world. But then one day someone cast a spell on those trolls and turned them into stone statues. Tobias believed that these trolls are still hidden somewhere in the hills of Norway and may come alive again someday. Nora became very interested in listening to her father's words, but time passed. After about 20 years, Nora had grown up now. She no longer believed in these old stories and witchcraft. She had adopted science, and now she had become a petrologist. Petrologists are scientists who collect information about past eras by looking at the remains of old animals and creatures buried under the earth. After about 6 months of hard work, today Nora had finally found a very special fossil. In the joy of this discovery, she decided to celebrate with her friends. Meanwhile, on the other side, the work of building a metro station on the mountains was going on at a very fast pace. To make way for the metro, continuous blasts were being done in the mountains. Due to these blasts in construction, many people were also opposing it. But the engineers and officers ignored their words and were again busy preparing for another blast. When the engineers reached inside the cave, they started hearing some strange sounds there. Before they could understand what was happening, suddenly the ground started shaking violently. The very next moment, their eyes fell on a very huge and dangerous monster. On seeing the monster, all the engineers got scared and started running to save their lives. But due to the stones and debris falling from the mountains, they got stuck inside the cave. In a short time, the news of this accident reached the headquarters of the Norwegian army. The general immediately ordered to send a ship so that clear pictures of that place could be taken and it could be found out what actually happened there. Along with this, the general also asked to inform the Prime Minister about this incident. After some time, the Prime Minister of Norway left for the military base with her advisor, Andre. On the way, she met the Defense Minister, who told her that more than 50 people have died in this accident. After this, the Prime Minister was also shown some pictures of that place. In those pictures, many big pits were visible on the ground. Seeing the pictures, Andrea suspected that these marks could be of the feet of a very big creature, but he could not dare to express his doubt and his words were ignored. On the other hand, Nora was enjoying the party with her friends when suddenly an army helicopter landed there. A soldier got down from the helicopter and told Nora that the Prime Minister has called her to meet him immediately. On hearing this, Nora did not waste any time and sat in the same helicopter and left for the military base. As soon as Nora reached the military base, Andrea took her to a room. All the senior officers of the country were already present in that room, and the Prime Minister himself was also sitting there. On the basis of the information that was available till now, everyone felt that this accident happened due to some poisonous gas. But Nora did not agree with this. Seeing the big footprints that Nora saw in the pictures, she also suspected that this is the work of some very big and old creature which has probably come alive again. Andre also had similar thoughts in his mind, but he did not think it right to say these things in front of everyone. The rest of the government officials sitting in the room did not believe Nora's words. They thought that she was joking. According to them, it was impossible for such a big ancient animal to be alive. They raised the question that if there was such an animal, then what was it eating for so many years? Why did it not die? At that very moment, a computer expert girl named Cigarette came into the room and told that she has found a video clip of this accident with a lot of hard work. When Cigarette played that video in front of everyone present in the room was shocked. In that video, it was clearly visible that a 150 feet long giant monster was roaming among the mountains. Now everyone was convinced that some very big creature is really alive in the hills of Norway. Meanwhile, in a small village of Norway, Leska, an elderly couple were spending time peacefully in their house when they heard someone's loud roaring sound. In a few seconds, their whole house started shaking loudly. They thought that maybe there was an earthquake. They quickly hid in a secret room in their house. After some time, everything became quiet, and they came out. They saw that their whole house was destroyed. Not only their house, but the whole area around was also shattered by the devastation. On the other hand, Nora was now fully prepared to investigate this accident. After the consent of all the senior officers, The Prime Minister appointed her as his scientific advisor. As soon as the meeting was over, Andreas informed Nora about the accident in Leska village. Immediately after this, both of them boarded a helicopter and left for Leska. On the way, during the flight in the helicopter, there was a lot of conversation between the two. During that time, Andreas asked Nora why she decided to become a biologist. On this, Nora told that she loved nature very much since childhood. She always wanted to understand the world around her more deeply. During the conversation, she also told Andreas about her father Tobiah. Nora said that her childhood was spent roaming in the mountains with her father, where Tobiah used to tell her stories of the mountains and the mysteries there. But the sad thing was that Tobiah did not know these stories. He was so lost in stories that slowly he started losing touch with real life. The situation had reached a point that he had to be admitted to a mental hospital. When Nora and Andreas reached Leska village, they were shocked to see the scene there. There was devastation all around. Then they met Army officer Captain Chris. Chris was handling this entire operation on behalf of the Army. Chris told them that after wreaking havoc in Leska, that huge monster went about 2 miles away and then suddenly disappeared. The Army tried its best to find it, but it was as if that monster had disappeared in the air. No one could understand where such a big creature had gone. After this, Nora and her team interrogated the old couple, who were very scared after this incident because both of them were hiding in their secret room at that time, so they did not know much. Still, that old woman told them that she had heard the roar of some animal, just like a very big animal, like King Kong, was about to attack them. But this information was not enough to reach any concrete conclusion. Nora started investigating the surrounding area herself. During the investigation, she felt a strange smell in the air. That smell led her to a very large footprint. Nora immediately started investigating that mark, but despite all her efforts, she did not find any biological evidence from there, which could help her find out more about that giant creature. Now she had no other way left, so Nora finally decided to seek help from her father Tobiah. Tobiah lived on a remote mountain in Norway at that time. Nora, Andreas, and Captain Chris took the help of a helicopter to reach there quickly. As soon as they reached Tobiah's house, Tobiah pointed a gun at them. But as soon as he saw his daughter Nora, he immediately calmed down and put the gun down. After this, Tobiah called everyone inside his house. Even after so many years, Tobiah was doing research on trolls. When Nora and her team showed Tobiah the video of that monster, he was surprised and said only one thing, that they have come. But Nora still could not understand anything, so she asked her father. They asked for a scientific answer about this, so that they could find a way to escape from it. But Tobiah stuck to his old research. According to him, trolls had disappeared from Norway because all the people here had adopted Christianity. Tobiah also told that he was going to tell the truth of this mystery to the world many years ago, but he was called mad and put in a mental hospital. After this, Tobiah picked up his bag and asked everyone to take him to a special place. They again boarded the helicopter, and after flying for a while, reached the place about which Tobiah had told. As soon as they landed there, Tobiah immediately started investigating that area, but after looking around for some time, he realized that the place was no longer the same as before. Everything had completely changed. On the other hand, Nora once again felt the same strange smell, which she had named hypernature. Nora was trying to understand this smell when her eyes fell on a very big creature present nearby. It was none other than the same troll who had hidden himself in the surrounding area. But luckily, everyone got into the helicopter in time. They sat down and left safely from there. As soon as they reached a safe place, they sent the pictures and videos of that troll to the government through the internet. All the government officials were shocked to see such a big troll. Now, when everyone believed in the reality of trolls, the Prime Minister of Norway immediately decided to start a military operation against the trolls. The responsibility of this operation was given to Captain Chris. As soon as the Prime Minister's order was received, the army immediately started attacking to stop that troll. They used their most dangerous missiles and weapons, but these had no effect on the troll. He was easily withstanding every attack. Then the troll got angry and caught a soldier and ate him. Seeing this, Tobiah himself went in front of him to calm him down. Initially, the troll was listening to Tobiah carefully, but then the rest of the army units attacked him once again. Seeing this, the troll got very angry, and as soon as he turned, his heavy wing directly collided with Tobiah. Tobiah was badly injured. Seeing this, Nora immediately ran to her father, but Tobiah tried to say something, and before she could say anything, he died. That very night, Nora was reading her father's diary while crying so that she could find a way to stop the trolls. After reading the diary for several hours, Nora came to know an important thing. She came to know that trolls often destroyed churches because they did not like the sound of church bells at all. Knowing this, Nora immediately presented her plan in front of all the government officials, but initially everyone thought her words were a joke and called her crazy. Nora explained to everyone that missiles and weapons were not affecting the trolls, so now something different would have to be thought of. After a lot of thinking, the Prime Minister gave Nora permission to work on this plan. Then soon, 4 army helicopters started moving toward the trolls carrying big church bells. Initially, Nora's plan seemed effective. The troll got disturbed by the sound of the bells and started stopping, but in a short while the troll controlled itself and destroyed all 4 helicopters in anger. Now the troll became so angry that it started wreaking havoc all around. But in the midst of this destruction, it was clear to see that the troll saved the life of a child. It seemed that the troll also had a soft heart. After this incident, news channels around the world started showing this news. This spread fear and panic among the common people. Meanwhile, the Prime Minister declared an emergency in the whole country. The city of Oslo and its surrounding areas were ordered to be evacuated immediately because the troll was rapidly moving toward the city of Oslo. On the other hand, due to her failed plan, Nora was removed from the post of scientific advisor. On the other hand, Andreas came to know about the next plan of the government. The government intended to destroy the troll by dropping big bombs in Oslo and its surrounding areas. But Andreas had no way to stop it. He found this plan completely wrong, so he immediately resigned from his government job. On the other hand, thousands of people in Oslo and the surrounding areas were leaving their homes and cities and running away. Nora and Andreas were also among these people. Nora was very sad that she could not save the country from this trouble. This is why she started reading her father's diary again. This time, her eyes fell on the name Sin Didung, which was written repeatedly in the diary. Nora immediately talked to Andreas about this. Andreas told her that Sin was actually a prince who lived in a palace in Oslo and was the richest man in the country at this time. Now Nora started thinking that perhaps they could find some clue in this palace, so she told Andreas to turn the car toward the palace. As soon as they reached the palace, they met Sin, who was already waiting for them. Sin took them inside the palace and finally revealed the truth related to the trolls of Norway. Actually, Nora's father Tobiah was absolutely right. In ancient times, trolls used to roam freely on the land of Norway. After this, Sin Ding took them to a secret cave which was below the palace. There he told that in fact he had ruined Tobiah's life so that the truth about trolls could not be known to the world. When Tobiah had come very close to this secret, Sin Ding himself sent him to a mental asylum. In that cave, the skeletons of trolls were buried under the palace. These were the skeletons which Sin Ding had kept hidden from everyone's eyes for years. This palace was actually built on top of the Troll King's cave. In the olden times when the people of Christianity had destroyed the Troll King and his family, this cave was hidden since then. Actually, the troll that was wreaking havoc in the whole country was none other than the same Troll King. He was just trying to return to his home. After this, Sin Ding told them that their family is the most important for the trolls. In the olden times when Christianity was being spread in Norway, the Troll King and his family were forcibly sent to the mountains. Now, due to the bomb blasts, the Troll King has returned and he is coming to Oslo City only to meet his family. But Nora and Andreas were very surprised when they came to know that the skeletons lying in front of them actually belonged to the Troll King's family. As soon as Nora put UV light on those skeletons, their bones started melting. This meant that trolls cannot bear UV light. After this, Nora asked Sinding to buy his biggest car. Mangisin gave the Queen's favorite truck to her. Then Nora called Captain Chris and told him the whole plan. Their intention was to trap the Troll King in a net and attack him with UV light. For this, they needed big UV lights. Meanwhile, Andreas called his hacker friend Cigarette and told him to stop the bomb blasts on Oslo by any means. Luckily, Cigarette was a very smart hacker. He quietly hacked the system before the missile was launched and stopped the bombs from firing. Meanwhile, Nora and Andreas were roaming around in the truck with the skull of the Troll King's child so that they could draw the attention of the Troll King. Actually, they wanted to bring him to the UV light trap. As soon as the Troll King broke the skull, he understood that he had no family left. Seeing this, he became even more angry. Meanwhile, Cigarette was caught while hacking in the military base, but the general understood his point and canceled the plan of bomb blasts because there were still many common people present there who could be killed in the blasts. Meanwhile, Nora and Andreas somehow managed to bring the Troll King to the light trap. As soon as the Troll King reached there, Captain Chris and his team turned on all the UV lights at once. Their plan was successful because the Troll King started burning, but seeing the Troll King in pain like this, Nora's heart suddenly melted. She slowly turned off all the UV lights because she wanted to save his life, but by then it was too late. The sun had come out. As soon as the sunlight fell on the Troll King, he became weak and fell on the ground and turned into a stone. While the rest of the people were celebrating, Nora and Andreas were still worried whether there were more trolls hiding somewhere. Then the Prime Minister came there. She was so happy with Nora's work that she did not have words to praise her, but her smile was saying everything. After a few days, what was feared happened. Suddenly, many stones started moving. This meant that another troll has woken up, and he is ready to wreak havoc on the people of Norway. The film ends with this scene.